Hey guys, welcome back to Black Desert. I'm Krea and welcome back to the mini guide. So today's mini guide is about grinding, about grinder's life. A lot of you are probably into the combat from Black Desert. Not very many are probably into the life skills, but people still do both. So I'm going to go over the one that I believe is more popular. The first thing is grinding. So for new players, most of the time you start off in Olvia, of course. I'll try and keep this brief. There will be a lot of generalistics. I'm not going to be able to recommend most things because I want to keep this short. So first off, you start in Olvia. If you want to get to level 50 really quickly, most areas are marked on the maps as well with where to go. First, you'll make your way towards Velia. Afterwards, towards Velia, once you're about level 15 or so, there's this area down here called the Castle Ruins, 20 to 22. Most people bring themselves to about 24 there, and then they head over to Bloody Monastery from 25 to 27. Afterwards, you either head to the Orc Camp or you can do the Harpies. I tend to do the Harpies because that area is pretty good as well. Then you can make it to the Karudos if you'd like, head up to Mask Owls if you want, go through the refugee camp. The refugee camp here is also very, very dense. From the refugee camp, you make your way to Marnie's lab over here. Then you head over to Manchas and Catfish and go until you're 50 if you'd like. The problems that you'll face as a new player though is that your killing speed and everything is fairly slow. One thing to keep in mind is that it's not so much how hard of a monster or how high of a monster you kill, it's how fast you kill X number of monsters in this game. So when you're grinding, you want to make sure you dynasty warriors like all the mobs as much as you can. Don't try and kill 2-3 mobs that are several levels higher than you. Try to kill 15 to 20, 25 mobs that is maybe 1 or 2 levels under you, and just go at a berserking pace. The other thing from doing this though is that you'll lack a lot of skill points, and the more skill points you have, the faster you'll level, obviously, because you'll have stronger skills and attacks. The one thing you should be concerned with is that when you look into your suggestions box here, on new characters you'll have this inventory expansion quest line. Make sure you do that as well. And then let's see some skills. This takes you around the world basically, and has you do a lot of skill point quests. A lot of them give a lot of skill points. One is 3, some is 5, and you also get inventory expansion as well on top of Blackstones. I highly suggest that any kind of resource you find these days, just sell it off to the market and have it be sold, and then quickly buy yourself a plus 15 weapon. Up until that point, the quests will give you an ultimate side weapon from your Black Spirit, which is fairly decent. It's a plus 6, plus 5 weapon. And then if you manage to get yourself 50 contribution point, rent out a Kaia weapon from Kanobas somewhere in Calpheon. Kanobas will lend you a Kaia weapon, which is a pretty insane weapon. It's equivalent to a plus 13 weapon with a lot of great bonus stats that'll help you. Use that up until the point you can get your plus 15 weapon. Once you get your plus 15 weapon, return it in, start using your contribution to connect nodes and get some workers going, get your money going, just sell all your products, and then quickly use that resource to gear yourself up really quick, considering I'm assuming you're in this for the combat. If you're in it for the life skills, then stockpile it instead. But in terms of just getting yourself to a gear point where you can start managing to rake in resources for yourself, that's what I would highly suggest you do. Also, there's EXP weekends. Right now it's on a 100% EXP boost. As well, you also get 2 daily EXP buffs. This one is based on your house fame. I found out today that if you have higher fame, you get a higher percentage, because some of my guild members told me they have 40%. I have 60% because I'm a crazy person. And this mercenary buff, I highly suggest taking the 60 minutes one, because you'll be moving from area to area more frequently, so you want that longer time frame, because considering you don't know you won't know the rotations of mobs that you'll be cycling through until you actually get more familiar with the areas. So take the 60-minute ones. The 30-minute one won't help you as much unless you have a friend guiding you or something like that. As well, also make sure you make use of the Olvia channels if you're a new player, or if you've been gone for 30 days or more. And all 3 of these channels are overrun. That is insane. I've never seen them overrun. I guess it's because it's weekend. So these channels have, I think, 200% or 100% EXP, whichever one. I could be wrong, but I know they do have bonus EXP for new players and players who have been gone for more than 30 days. Go level on those channels. You'll level extremely hyper fast. If you decide to be a min-maxer on efficiency as well, make sure you take elixirs of splendid experience that you can buy off the market. Quite pricey. I don't expect any new players to get it. It's a bit overkill, and if you have even more surplus of cash, activate a villa and take one of the ones with combat exp and probably bonus AP to even help with killing speed. That's another bonus 10% on top with a 10 AP bonus. It costs you 5 million to activate it and 300k for a 3-hour buff, or yeah, so basically 600k in total. And then afterwards, then you go kill basically. And then if as you level up, you'll also get extra combat exp scrolls. You can either save these for when you think you know your rotations and you can kill really fast. I'll be demonstrating what's really fast in a sense as well. You can also make sure you eat milk tea as well. Any other buffs apart from that requires a bit of pearl shop, cash shop items, and for those of you who have a little bit of extra money to spend, costumes give you plus 10% exp for wearing a set, as well as the value pack gives 10% exp. So that's those are kind of like the requirements. Oh, that's like such a mouthful. So I'm gonna quickly go kill some stuff here. I'm level 50, freshly new with 477 skill points. Prior to getting to 50, I grinded at 49 without doing the level up graduation quest at Manchas to gain skill points repeatedly. I tried to kill everything as fast as I could. Obviously my gear is hyper geared for considering new player. Yeah, a new player won't have this kind of gear, so do gauge where you would go depending on where. Like I said, your efficiency and your grinding speed is highly dependent on how many mobs you kill, not how strong of a mob you kill. So the more mobs you kill, the better. Because, for instance, when I went to level 60 on my Kuno, I leveled at the Basham base and also at Crescents and at Fogans because I could simply wipe them out really fast. I did not go to, like, the Sulfur Mines here or the prison to level up to 60 because it just took much too slow, and over time it's just not efficient. So right now I'm just gonna activate all my buffs. Right now, let's see, if I get 1 kill, how much is this worth? That is about 0.3%. Yeah, so I just gained about 1% there, so I'm gonna turn on everything, drink that, turn on this scroll, use my Lavientia ring as well, turn this buff on, turn on the... I'll go with the 200% because I want to rock it. So I'm getting about 1% a kill now, so it's basically going to take me about 100 kills to level up, which is really nothing. This is kind of slow that I find right now, so I'm going to summon my pet. I'm going to ride him. I'm going to walk around and just shout at mobs, because I think it's much faster. Yeah, that was way faster. I'm just shout him down. Yeah, that's much faster. Okay, so, you know, you're not killing like 6 or 7 mobs at a time, you're going kind of slow. Oh, no. I have to drop this into a hotkey. What did I do with my slots there? Why is there another one here? Okay, I'll fix that later. God, that looks horrible. My OCD is kicking in. So let's see, I'm at 25%. Let's see how long this is going to take me. 2 minutes has passed, and I'm already at 30%. It's unbelievable EXP. I'm just running around shouting at things. This is kind of somewhat slow. Here's a bit of footage of like my Kuno going nuts instead. well like halfway into the level already now. Wow. So this is what I mean by like killing mobs really quick. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour since my buff ran out, or an hour of grinding I should say, and I've gained from 50 to 53 in an hour. Double EXP weekend. I hope this guide helped you out in some ways. Probably some interesting questions you might have is like, where do I go to grind or whatever, right? Obviously I'm quite geared. That was extremely quick for me to get to 53. Most new players might take maybe double the time or triple, depending on if you actually rented out that Kaia sword that I mentioned earlier and whatnot. You might have better results actually grinding in the Treant Forest, if you make the mobs spawn and whatever, or the Mancha Forest for instance, or even Catfishmen all the way to 53. It really won't take you exactly that long. The game has eased up on the grind a lot up until 56. Getting to 60 will take you a long time though, but from 1 to 55 and 56, it's actually quite quick, especially with the new fame system and the bonus EXP that's granted through that. All of those stack. In terms of grinding spots as well, popular spots are like Saucons and like Pirates, for instance. A lot of videos and a lot of people I've hear, like, you know, new players and old players all like always going there, whatever. Don't just tunnel vision into those spots. If you go to either Saucons or Pirates as a new player, just be warned that, you know, you should expect to get PK'd. I know that's kind of strange to say, but the place is extremely hostile, so it's not a friendly place. If you can find a 5-man party to join, that's great, but if not, then other higher level players might come in and just openly PK you. They really don't care. Them losing the karma isn't really much of a problem if they can wipe a group of mobs and it takes you like 3-4 attacks to do it, and then they'll just keep going on anyways. If they kill you in the way, they'll just murder you and run off and continue their loop. You're kind of just like another mob to them, really, and the amount of mobs that they kill there, they will recover their karma fast enough anyway. So the problems with the Saucons and the Pirates is that the hindrance of PK or hostility from other people is also something you should consider, and weigh the benefits versus like other areas that may not be contested at all and be completely empty, and you can just go rampaging as much as you like without any interruptions. Some strategies involve to, you know, reduce downtime from inhibitors from PKing, or like just mob rotation is that, you know, you might want to switch channels, try to go on at odd hours, maybe not at prime times or whatever, and whatnot. So, you know, Medea is mostly a spot that most people grind from 50 to like 58 even, and then Valencia is more like, you won't make as much money from killing stuff in Valencia, but you will find extreme rare stuff, so it's low chance drop. Alright, so that's it for now. In the next video I'll be going through stuff more towards life skillers, because this one's just mainly for grinding. So I hope this helped you out. I'll see you guys in the next video, so bye bye for now. Thanks so much for watching and have a good day.